ahead, man. Can you beat that? We have a challenge later this morning with my entire crew. Isaac Osei, Abraham Atichogbe, they are my cameraman. Dennis Thompson is sound. Fred Potufe is my director. Patricia Gasu. Derek Ecole, Sam and Seram Abla de Souza, my producers. Will have a challenge before the end of the show. Just stay right there. You'll see. But let's check out the headlines. We have the graphic newspaper. Phony reshuffle causes panic. And I was caught up in that as well. I thought it was true. A cabinet reshuffle purported to be the second in the series and circulated on social media platforms yesterday caused fear and panic among some functionaries of the government. Some people were jubilating that some of the ministers were going to be, you know, I saw a lot of people jubilating. Foreign Affairs Ministry, really? Okay. Government, Labour make progress on hikes. So the government and organized Labour have made some progress towards reaching a common ground in their negotiations on workers' demands over the upward adjustment in petroleum prices and utility tariffs. What have they really agreed to? Ghana Gas resumes supply to VRA, and the story says that the Ghana National Gas Company has resumed the supply of gas to the Volta River Authority after a planned shutdown of the Atrebo gas processing plant for mandatory maintenance work. The Daily Guide newspaper, these are some of the headlines you find in the paper if you grabbed it today. Mahama reshuffle causes stir. That same story in the graphic newspaper. Oh, how some people had wished it was true. Killer cop arrested. A police officer, Sergeant Jacob Adoye, with the SWAT units of the Accra Regional Police Command, has been detained for allegedly shooting two persons, including a suspected murderer, during an arrest. Afoko murder trial begins. State prosecutors are set to begin the indictment processes of Gregory Afoko of Adams Mahama, the Upper East Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party. We move on to the General Telegraph newspaper. New ministerial appointments are hooks, according to the Flagstaff House. Sam George take Dr. Bawumia to task over comments on presidential reshuffle. So one of the presidential staffers and the parliamentary candidate for Ningo Pram constituency in the Greater Accra region has taken to task the vice presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, over his comments that the recent presidential reshuffle amount to nothing. Police shoot two dead. Same story repeating itself even in this paper. We move on to the Today newspaper now. Concerned clergy fight Catholic bishops over Gitmo detainees. Story says that concerned clergy and Christians of Ghana are on collision course with the leadership of Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference over the latter's decision to condemn President John Mahama for accepting the two ex-Guantanamo Bay detainees into the country. System failure causes nationwide blackout. Thursday morning's total blackout throughout the country was as a result of collapse of the operating system of the Volta River Authority. The Business and Financial Times now, the BNFT, interest rates go up as IMF demands policy rate hike as the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana commences its 68th regular meeting Friday. The International Monetary Fund is urging that the policy rate, which remains at an 11-year high, be further increased as inflation continues to drift from the targets. Nemesis catches up with ECG. Decades of underinvestment, significant system losses and mismanagement by the Electricity Company of Ghana was evident last Thursday as large parts yesterday, Thursday, as large parts of the country were plunged into darkness following the collapse of the electricity distributor system. Was it more of a Gridco situation or this was an ECG situation? Fuel prices could drop by February, barring any further Ghana City. Ex-refinery prices of petroleum products should fairly drop in next selling window, which is from February 1 to 15, 2016, the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors has said in its latest market updates. These are some of the headlines in some of the major newspapers. You can hit the newsstands and grab the paper that you want. But this message is on WhatsApp. Mama, you look nice in your iPhone. I say thank you. Ni Ayite in Swatri in the Bono Ahafo region, commenting on it. Thank you very much, Ni Ayite. Thanks for loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay, so this is myjoyonline.com proper. Rawlings calls for decent use of airwaves, and former President Jerry John Rawlings has urged traditional leaders to use festivals and derbys to call on their subjects to comport themselves and desist from using the airwaves to cast insinuations. A very good call. And the next story we're looking at myjoyonline.com. It's an opinion. Guantanamo detainees of the Republican Party and fear-mongering politics. You could visit the site and read the details. Is Africa hiding the next Mark Zuckerberg, the future of tech talent? That's a big question. Could we be hiding? I don't know. You can read the details to get the understanding better. Has somebody been found who is close to that? We have better people than Mark, really. From Dakar to Jamena, hotels boost security after Burkina attack. That's a world story right there. Our next story we'll look at on the page. Increase in electricity tariffs, new reality for Ghana. That's according to the IMF chief for Ghana. The mission chief for Ghana says that the increase in electricity tariffs reflected a new reality for the country. Our next story, please. And that's entertainment. Shatawale, My Life, My Story, told on Joy FM. He was on radio on Personality Profile on Drive Time on Joy FM yesterday. And I must say that, you know, when you listen to him, you can't help but love him. Just some of the things he does, you know. I don't know where that inspiration comes from, but you can, you know, go back and listen to that piece of interview. Ghana Health Service launches new guidelines to prevent cholera outbreak. All right, and the last one we'll look at here. Jifar Ativo settles as new chair of Echo Medical. Good for her. We'll check out the City FM online. Okay, so this is the story that we will get into detail later on this morning. Labour softens stance on demands for reduction in utility prices, removal of energy levy. But let's quickly do City FM online. Benedict Owusu Danko is around. He's got sport. 75% utility tariff. Government can't make us... government can't take us for a ride. That's according to the TUC. Resolve energy crisis else. IMF seem to be telling government. Ghana Gas contradicts Gridco over nationwide blackouts. Vanishing ECG credits. 300,000 customers compensated, according to Minister. You can find the details in there. We'll do the Africa page of the BBC. Right now, Somalia gun and bomb attacks killed 20. So militants attack beachfront restaurant in the Somali capital, Mogadishu, with guns and bombs, killing 20 people and injuring another 20. That's according to Somali authorities. Okay, there are other African news here. Tunisian unemployment protest spread. And the story says that protests over youth unemployment spread to several towns in Tunisia, leading to the death of a policeman in clashes with demonstrations. If you remember well the history of Tunisia, then protest is the last thing they will be hoping for right now, because it can lead to several different things. But you can visit any of the websites if you're interested in any of the stories. You can read that in details. Oh, this is a question that came yesterday. I didn't quite answer. Mamavi, Nia Ayite is asking, where is Roland? 2 is better than 1. Nia Ayite in Swatri in Bono Ahafo region. I tell you what, I am missing him more than you are, but God willing, he's here on Monday with us. I've got more of your comments, but I have to make way for Benedict Dankwa to bring us sports, and then we'll continue. But let me just read this quickly. It says, hi, Mamavi. I thank you for making my morning an excellent one. I have a laugh, sir. God bless you. It's from Raphael from Brekum, Sinansi. The little secret with that beat box that we showed you is that one of my producers, Abla, couldn't sleep well last night. And this is what kept her. This is what inspired her. And she thought that she would share it with all of us. Now that I see that you like it, maybe we'll bring you more of those things here on the show later on. So stay with us. Benedict Owusu-Dankwa has got all the sports.